Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we are going to explain how to migrate Veeam Backup for Microsoft 365 from one computer to a different computer. So basically, we've got machine A that is going offline. So we've replaced it with a new computer and we want our old Veeam backups from the last few years to still be accessible. There's a couple of things to know here. In our case, we're using Veeam for Microsoft 365 Community Edition. The process we're using is the same, regardless of whether you're using the Community Edition or the full Enterprise Edition. And the second point is, what you're supposed to do is to go to your old computer, shut down the services, and then go into C, Program Data, Veeam, Backup 365, copy that entire folder. Take the entire Backup 365 folder, put it on a USB drive, put it on the network, whatever. Do a fresh install of exactly the same version, it has to be exactly the same build. In our case, we're using Veeam 8.1.2, but whatever version you've got, Veeam 9, Veeam 10, whatever. And before you start it the first time, you're supposed to replace that C program data Veeam Backup 365 folder with the one from your old computer, and then bingo, everything's supposed to be happy. I've not seen that work. We tried that a few hours ago and still couldn't get it to work. So we're going to show you how we do it, which is go to your new machine, go to veeam.com, go to downloads, and you need to get exactly the same version that you had on your old machine. Scroll down and click Free Community, in my case, or whatever version you've got. In my case, again, I'm looking for Veeam Backup for 365 Community Edition. Download for free. If you haven't already logged in, log in. Boom, I've logged in. Download Community Edition. All right, we've got the Veeam ISO downloaded. Just double click on it to mount it, and you can get rid of the web page. Run Veeam Setup. Install Veeam Backup for Microsoft 365. Agree to the agreement. In my case, leave the Community Edition in. In your case, you might want to put a license in. Click Copy Password. Just take note of it. Paste it into Notepad or something in case you need it in the future. Click Install. And we'll be back in a few minutes when this is done. Click Finish. All right, now we need to start Veeam and re-add the organization and then import that old repository data. So how do you do that? Well, click Start. Go find Veeam. Connect. Click Add Organization. In my case, it's just a Microsoft 365 organization. We explained in a previous video that this Teams chat is a new feature from version 8 and newer of Veeam Backup for 365. And it requires additional licensing, which we don't have. So I'll click Next. Yeah, it's the default region. Modern authentication's required now. Now you could use an existing Microsoft Entra ID application, but it's just easier to register a new one. So just do New, Name, call it whatever you want. I'm going to select Install and it will create a new self-signed certificate. Bingo. Next. And prove you have rights to be here. So sign in. Just agree with everything. And we've authenticated. Yay. Give it a minute to finish. And click Finish. It has correctly connected. Now simply go to Backup Repositories, right-click, Add Repository, call it whatever you want. And in my case, I want to back up to local disk. In your case, it might be somewhere else, but that's where mine is. Mine's on a USB drive. Leave the proxy the way it is. And for the path, drill into your storage, which in my case is right here. But do not drill down further. In my case, I've got stuff all the way back to the 90s. Don't do that. Just leave it right at the root. In my case, Veeam M365. Click on that. Click Next. And you get a warning saying it was used by a different proxy. Yeah, don't care. Use it. Thank you. Set up your retention policy. In my case, I want to keep this stuff forever because it's small enough. You probably don't want to do that, especially if you're in a corporate setting. There may be legal implications. Anyway, let's click Finish. To save a minute, I stopped the camera, but it indexed the new repository. So that's automatic. And you might as well get rid of the old one. It's just taking up space, just junk. It's going to be confusing in the future. All right, let's go look at the, oh geez, look at that. So the old job didn't get restored. I've seen this before. Not much you can do about it other than to try to run some commands from PowerShell to re-import the job, but it's a pain in the butt. And I've found with the community edition, I just can't get it to work. I don't know why that is, because all the AI tools tell me it should. Anyway, let's take a quick look and go to Explore. Yeah, the old backups are there. Let's recreate the job from scratch. Call it whatever you want. Backup the entire organization is what I'm going to select, but you could go into here and select add, and then add whatever you want. I just want to backup everything. Objects to include. I don't think I want to exclude anything, but I could, but my organization's small enough, don't have to. Sure, let's back it up to the existing repository. I do not want the job to run automatically. You might. I don't want to wait 10 minutes. I'll just have it wait 1 minute. Click create, right click. Let's start, and we'll come back in a little while when this backup is done. Now that took a lot longer than I expected, 2 hours and 42 minutes for one of the OneDrive folders. Everything else just took a couple of minutes. However, the backup only grew by 4 gig, so very minor. Let's go take a look at our backups and see if we can restore things from months ago. Now here's the little mistake people make. They right click on the job that they just created and select Explore, and they go to, well, let's go to a OneDrive point in time. And we'll go back here and say, oh, that's awful. I can only go back to nothing, to the one I just created. Well, that's not good. Same thing if you go up here to Explore. What you have to do is right click on your organization and select Explore, OneDrive, point in time state, or whatever else. Then you can see your old ones. So I can go back to one that I created on May 25th. So that's all there is to it. If you found the video useful, big thumbs up would be super appreciated. Subscribe's also appreciated. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can always get a hold of us directly at www.urtech.ca. That's www.urtech.ca. Or you can leave a question or a comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will. Because on YouTube, everybody's got an opinion. Thanks, and have a good one. Bye.